Devin, do you see people making decisions in this world, be it your average Joe, government entities, companies? What are some of the decisions people are making that you think are going to have unintended consequences?
There are a lot of decisions people are making, or even decisions that people decide not to make. For the average person, just expecting the government to take care of you, counting on, say, Social Security or any of these other things, maybe even pensions and things like that. They just blindly believe that something is going to work. They think, yeah, this is just going to be fine. I'll just trust the system. I'm sure that has never gone wrong for anyone before. My life's going to be fine. And I'll be fine or I'll just work forever. Dad, do you
It
think that's going to work?
it amazes me. No, absolutely. I don't think it's going to work. It amazes me the most that people say things like it's as safe as money in the bank. Do they
Mm.
not remember the savings and loans that all failed in the 80s? Lila, do you remember that?
Vaguely, I remember my parents talking about it. But the one thing that we've learned is that from history is that people don't learn from history.
That is true. And if we don't learn from history, Ethan,
We're doomed to repeat it.
so you're writing a history paper. Are you seeing, in fact, I just had you write out, are you seeing a checklist of how the same things happen over and over?
Yes. And when I'm writing my history paper and stuff and reading an old history book, I'm seeing a lot of the things that they were doing back in World War One, World War Two, that are similar to not only things that are happening today, but also happened further in the past and in other wars.
That's right. And they are setting up. And why is that? Because war makes money. You
Mhm.
used to go out and loot and steal and amass land and wealth by conquering other people. Now we don't even do that. Now the only people making the money are not the ones going out there dying. They're the ones that are selling the beans and bullets. They're the ones with these billion-dollar contracts. And when you keep giving, it is astounding. Both political parties just want to randomly give more money to the military industrial complex. It's a given that they're going to get 5 or 10% more. Do you know that 2 years ago they failed their audit? It was funny. I was in at one of our banks, Citizens, and they were all stressed out because they had an audit. Now, I think they're pretty on top of things. They always get the right paperwork for me. They seem very organized. So I like that they're audited by their higher ups. And I imagine, even though the manager was stressing over this, I bet she did just fine. Not like the Department of War, I mean, Department of Defense, as it was renamed. They misplaced 61%, Devin.
What?
61% of their assets they couldn't find. That was 2 years ago. So they had another year to work on it. And guess what? Last year's audit came back as
Let me guess, it's over 70%.
no, they actually only went up to 63%.
Oh, well,
Ethan,
I mean, we were making jokes about how they lost a fighter jet that's what, 30 million?
$35 million
Yeah.
or
And
billion. I don't even know. They have so many zeros and they're wasting so much money and they're leaving this stuff. We didn't get more ammo unless we shot all our ammo. And so we just wasted. I remember sitting there with a machine gun on automatic in basic training just because, and they go, oh, yeah, just shoot it so the brass goes into here so we don't have to pick it up. But we have to have so much brass and we have to shoot every round we have, which was awesome getting to shoot a machine gun rapid fire in basic training. And now the M16s, they cut them down. The A2 model only has 3 round burst, but we still had the Vietnam era in basic, so it was fully auto.
which
But
I'm sure was fun for you, but how much money did it cost the people that was paying for it?
that's right. And nobody sees it. Oh, well, it's the military, it's the army, it's the government paying for it. Well, the government never had any money. They have to take
Mm.
it from the citizens, the taxpayers. And if they don't take it, if you're one of those people out there that doesn't really pay taxes, you are absolutely paying probably worse than us because you are paying the inflation tax. And
Mm.
everything that you get, if you print money that hasn't been taxed out of the people yet, that causes inflation to go up. And the poor and lower middle class are always going to be hit the hardest by that. So when you're out there and you're wasting ammo in the army, or when you're misplacing 63% of your bombs and bullets and beans or whatever it is that you're losing, that is all coming out of taxpayers' dollars. And being that we already have 34 trillion in debt, we're already paying $1 trillion a year in interest alone. And I just had a loan payment go up $5,000 a month. You guys all own
Yeah.
part of that building.
Yep.
Had a loan payment go up $5,000 a month. So, Ethan, how do you feel about paying an extra $1,000? That's your share of that building.
It's not fun. I
Eh,
don't like having to pay any extra money.